In a vacant lot in the heart of the city, well-dressed, faceless figures cling to the rubble. Halifax artist Scott Saunders has been meticulously tending and adding characters to this installation since December.
And I carpet bombed this area with about 60 of them. And from that point on, I've been adding a few here and a few there, allowing it to slowly build on a daily basis, weekly basis. Something that's an extra wrinkle in the project, if you will, and that people can slowly see this build-up happening over a period of time, whether they're consciously knowing it or subconsciously picking it up. So,
hundreds of people walk by the site on Argyle Street every day.
I think it's cool. Looks like a bunch of ravaged bodies in a barren wasteland, but people are looking, and that's why it's there. It's definitely gets somebody's attention.
I love it.
Why do you love it?
Because it makes me think about the vitality of the city and the artist or artists who put it together, and how people have opinions about it, which is something you can talk about other than the way the city wastes its money.
I think it's great, first of all, that something was done with this space, because it definitely needed something. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more color, a little bit more green space or whatever, but when it comes to, I think what the artist is trying to get to is that it is a bit of a wasteland.
Scott received a $5,000 project grant from HRM Cultural Affairs for his installation. It's been facilitated by the Halifax Open Projects program, which selects and supports public art in the region.
Based on the sort of letters of support from the developer, from the Downtown Halifax Business Commission, and just our sense of the project, and in talking to Scott, it's certainly a politicized space, but I didn't get the impression that the artwork was necessarily inflammatory.
The installment may not be intentionally inflammatory, but it's definitely provoked a range of reactions. That's because it's on the site of one of the biggest commercial construction projects in the Atlantic provinces in decades, the Nova Centre, a development approved by Regional Council with little to no public consultation.
I think there always should be public consultation when there's that much of an investment in the space.
I love going by and seeing people at the Oval skating about, but I still think that the process for doing that was pretty lousy and knee-jerk as well. And I think that's the same for this.
If they're just making these decisions without us, people feel betrayed, and people are going to ask questions. People are going to have a problem with not knowing.
While the approval of the Nova Centre has been controversial, Scott says his work wasn't intended as a political statement.
Certainly aware of how individuals that are coming near this site and seeing this work can wrap their preconceived notions of this site and what's happening with the city into their interpretation of the project. But, where it goes is really entirely dependent on the viewer.
The development will include a convention and financial center, a hotel, offices, shops, condos, and a 600-car parking garage. In total, it will take up 2 city blocks.
Though my figures are wearing formal attire, there was never anything meant to question the intentions of the developer or what's happening in the city with this site. It was just going to bring about a project that would certainly gain traction and attention when it came to the local population, something that would be wondrous and spectacle-like to encounter out of the blue on your daily travels.